Hi, I'm Joe Lindley. I'm with cravingsugar.net, and this video is on the fixed meal diet. Is it the best diet for you? This is actually part of a series of videos called the Best Diet Dialogues, and what I'm doing is comparing different kinds of diets so that someone looking into this, trying to figure out what diet they'd like to use, could actually use these videos to sort of compare and contrast the different ones. The other ones I'm covering are low calorie, low carb, low fat, and the paleo diet or primal diet. The fixed diet, fixed meal diet is really, there's a whole bunch of them, and they're the kind, that's a term I'm using, I guess. It's the kind of diet where you go in and you buy all the food. They give you all the food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and desserts, and snacks, and everything. You buy everything from them, and they have a fixed regimen. They probably have some variation in terms of how many of these they get you. They kind of set up a customized meal plan for you and so forth. And generally they have a staff of people to help you. They're encouraging and they weigh you and all this kind of stuff. So it is a whole support system to go along with these generally. And the way they work is that generally these are fine-tuned meals. So they're giving you just the right amount of carbs, just the right amount of fats, just the right amount of everything to keep you at a moderate blood glucose level in between meals, so you're not getting too hungry and you're also losing fat. You know, they're getting to the point where you're actually burning a little bit of fat as you go, and it's highly consistent meal to meal. And of course the meals are very appetizing, and they put a lot of variation in them generally, although some are not so varied, but I know my wife is on Jenny Craig and she loves it. And so for some people these diets make the most sense. Getting back to kind of pros and cons, what I'd like to do is walk through some comparisons to other diets. First of all, in terms of familiarity, you're probably very familiar with them because you hear about them on TV or through friends. I know quite a few people who, like my wife, for instance, she always goes back to Jenny Craig when she needs to lose weight. So there's a lot of people you can talk to that have tried these different diets. If you're interested in them, I would suggest you talk to your friends, see which ones they like and why, because there are some differences between them. In terms of hunger pangs, I think it varies person to person. My wife has no problems with hunger pains. Other people might. I would just talk to my friends if I was you to see what their reaction to these was. But again, they're finely tuned, so they're trying to keep you from being hungry in between meals, and they also give you snacks for in between meals. In terms of the weight loss with these is equivalent to other diets. The one caveat I have on that, though, is that if someone is giving you your meals every day, giving you exactly what you need, all the different pieces of it, you're not going through the mental process of knowing what's in that meal. What's the magic in that meal that makes it work from day to day to day? So when you get to the end of your diet and you've lost a certain amount of weight and you're just excited, you know, this is great, what happens then? How do you go into a normal lifestyle and all of a sudden making your own meals, making your own selections at the grocery store, and duplicating that same lifestyle? Well, generally you can't. So I'd think about that if I was you, if you're going to do this kind of diet. In fact, one thing I've always felt with these kinds of diets is that people will go do Jenny Craig and lose weight, and then a year later they're back at Jenny Craig because they've gained it back and they want to lose it again. So it's a business model that works. People just continually come back to lose weight because they fail to keep up the diet after they stop getting the meals from Jenny Craig or Medifast or whatever. So that's the one thing I'd be careful with. I know that these companies work pretty hard on trying to help you after the diet's over, but I'd go doubly, put a lot more effort to it than they suggest to keep that lifestyle, whatever that is you have during these diets. Let's see, weight loss is equivalent to others, as I mentioned. Taste is pretty good with some of them, some not so well. I know that Jenny Craig, my wife, loves the meals, so the taste is pretty good. In terms of cost, that's high. You're going to spend more money for your food with these programs. That's definitely a negative. In terms of health, this generally unchanged, except for, of course, the weight loss that you get. That's always a benefit for any of the diets. So that's it, the fixed meal diet in a nutshell. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them on my YouTube channel, Stop Craving Sugar, or my website, cravingsugar.net. And so thank you for your time, and goodbye.